I'm Chris.
And I'm Bing.
We're the Labkids, but also tonight, we are
The champions. Super Rugby Pacific 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We've done it. To all the haters out there that thought we couldn't do it, to all the people out there that thought we were faking it, to all the people out there that wrote us off before the season began. Up, Blues. Had to try to contain our excitement a little bit because we are in public and we don't want to draw any unnecessary attention to ourselves.
Beautiful night here in Auckland City.
South of Auckland, yes.
South of Manukau City, that is. Super City.
We're bringing you guys another edition of reviews nobody asked for.
Because you didn't ask, you go and get it.
So we're reviewing the Super Rugby final between
the
Blues and who's the other team? Chiefs.
Chiefs. Oh my god, it was
Chiefs.
so long ago.
The Hamilton Chiefs? No.
I think it's the Waikato.
Oh, Waikato.
Waikato Warriors.
Waikato
Chiefs.
Warriors Chiefs. Oh my gosh, such a good feeling.
Valiant effort.
Before the game started, what were your predictions?
Blues by 4.
Yeah, I was going that close. It had to be that close. I mean, the way the Chiefs dispatched the Hurricanes the previous week.
Oh, yes.
They came out firing, all guns blazing, and I'm like, nah, man. They play like that against us. Jeepers.
I think we were talking about that, and we were saying, apart from having a season where you just kill everyone, right? Apart from that, the other best thing is all about timing and peaking right. And who else was peaking right other than the Chiefs? Like, yeah, their season in terms of performance was stagnant, but bro, they were peaking the right time, and they were due to. I was expecting their best performance.
And some people were telling me that the Chiefs were peaking too early, that they played their final against the Hurricanes and they couldn't back that up twice, a second time against the Blues. And then the game happened. My goodness, the game happened. If there's anyone out there that put $40, put money on the Blues to win by 40 points.
Oh, no.
My goodness.
No.
I never would have thunk it. Have any stand-up performance from the game?
Well, some people might not know, but I went to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm very privileged. I took my son there and great experience. I'll get into that a bit more. But what I do want to point out is you've been to a lot of games. And as much as you can't replicate that vibe in the stadium and the energy, there's also some, you know what I mean? Some cons to that. Okay. So in terms like the commentary and that, but just based on where I was sitting and what I was watching with everything that was going on, he plumbed me up good.
Yeah.
Not just tonight, but the end of the season, he just rode that form, his kicking, his direction.
Is it a breakout season for
defense? Technically, no. But in terms of career best form, yeah.
Because he wasn't our desired 10 to begin with, right?
No.
Yeah. So the incumbent was Perofeta, but Perofeta fell to injury again and again and again. And then they say, cometh the man, cometh the hour. Was cometh the man, cometh the season,
and
maybe.
He cometh all over that, man.
Caleb Clark with the hat trick. So not only did I not put money on the Blues to win by 40 points, but I would have put money on Mark Telea to run rings around the Chiefs. But if he's running rings around the Chiefs, that means Caleb Clark is having a quiet game. But they flipped that one on its head. Caleb Clark had an absolute blinder.
Yes.
And Mark Telea was limited to very few runs.
Yep. Very limited in terms of attack, but off the ball, he was magnificent. I watched a bit of, obviously as soon as I got home, put the boy to bed. I was in there with some replays.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, he's niggly, eh? It must suck to play against him. Obviously, his defense, man, as well.
Another standout for me was Ricky Telly.
Oh.
He helped the Hurricanes to end their Super Rugby finals drought. And then he made his way up here. And now he's helped us.
Shout out to
But that guy, man, he was intense. I think it was just one missed lineup. Well, not even a missed throw. It was an overthrow. And then Plummer saved it by diving on it in the back. And look, I thought he got a knee to the head when he went to the ground there.
He took it.
But Ricky
He
Telly
took it happily.
he was running hard all day, every second ruck. But player of the match, man of the match, the king, the captain, Paddy T. Thank you, sir, for your service.
I salute you, good sir.
What knee injury? He almost didn't play because he was injured. He was meant to be out for 2 months.
What did he
He
do?
was barely out for 2 days.
70, 65 minutes? What did he?
57, I think.
57 minutes.
57.
Well, on half a leg or one leg.
And the other foot will end up being strapped that night.
I mean, the scary thought is, what if he was fit? Ooh. You reckon it would be 60s? Who cares? It doesn't even matter. It was how it was meant to be.
He was relentless, his running. That break right at the start.
The kickoff one? Oh no, that was later.
Yeah, that was about 17 minutes in.
It just ran straight through.
Yeah, about 40 meters. And he wasn't running over any bums either. He was making his way through some of their top tier defenders.
Cliche, the scoreline didn't reflect how the intensity and the contact, bro, because Chiefs were still banging, bro. I'm sure they were up on the score in terms of like defensive bangs.
But right at the beginning of the game, the Chiefs came out firing. What's it? Plummer that hooked the kick to the left and handed them the line out in the L22. Then we got penalised, and then D-Mac missed the kick. I think if there was a turning point in the game for me, it was that. If D-Mac got that kick, I think the game would have taken shape a little bit differently. But the Blues had to score first, had to capitalise and then maintain. And then the Chiefs fell away as the game continued. And then they were just running in tries.
It was just perfect game management. The old classic foot on the throat business.
Yeah.
It's not a 3.
Yeah.
Or pressuring, 22 pressure, line outs, drives.
Were you surprised that they opted to kick as many penalties as they did, the Chiefs?
No.
Because they call that respect, right? Go for the guaranteed points and don't push for too much.
But yeah, D-Mac, the experienced players, the high elite players, they know that turning point. They know the impact of being down a bunch of points and what a kick, regardless of what the deficit is, making a kick, what that does to a team for the turnaround. Making a kick is the start of the comeback. So they know what they're doing. They just obviously couldn't execute and capitalize.
But Plummer's kicking was on.
Oh my
He was slotting them from everywhere. Was he 100%? I think so. I think it was 100%.
Yes.
Anywho, great season from the mighty Auckland Blues. So I got some questions for you. Got some questions for you. So I looked at some stats and I wondered if you would know the answers to these. Super Rugby season, Super Rugby Pacific 2024. Who scored the most tries?
It's a forward. Is it a forward?
Yes, it's actually tied between a forward and a back.
Hoss.
And
Pass.
Sevu Reese, 12 tries each.
Oh.
And Caleb Clark is tied for third place with Tom Wright and Emoni Narawa for 10 points each.
Yo.
And Mark Telea coming at 10 tries each, sorry. Who got the most carries this season? Who ran the ball the most?
Pass.
Rob Valentini.
Oh, yes.
The Brumbies.
Yes, he's gone.
But second and third place, Mark Telea and Akira Ioane.
See, that speaks. Mm-hmm. That speaks.
So they talk about the Blues' new forward focused gameplay, right?
Yep.
But who got the most clean breaks in Super Rugby 2024?
Mark.
Caleb Clark, 22, and Mark Telea came in at third. But our backs, our wingers, our outside backs, lead the competition for most clean breaks, most line breaks. I thought that was interesting, given that our game is so forward dominated at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's another cliche, right? Do the hard work up front.
Yeah.
And the boys at the back get you running rampant. Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Of all the clean breaks and all the carries and all the tries, the most defenders beaten was Josefo Masi of Nandrua. Second for most defenders beaten is Celestino Rabutaumanda, also of Drua. But then Mark Telea and Caleb Clark come in for third and fourth. Meters gained. Caleb Clark led the competition. Offloads, Haas got second in the competition. And then D-Mac scored the most points overall. However, Blues,
No.
as a team, led the competition in tries, 87, meters gained, and lineouts won at 89%. Speaking of lineouts, do you think the Chiefs suffered a lot from the absence of their starting rake? There was talk of them calling up someone from the club rugby to stand in that hooker.
Was that for real? I heard that, but I didn't know.
I heard that. I didn't know how real it was. But how much did they miss?
Well, that guy debuted, sorry, I forgot the bro's name.
No, I think the stats said that he played 4 games this year for 22 minutes total.
Or what does his debut start?
Yes, must have been.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, it was the Chiefs. I didn't look at their stats as closely as I looked at ours.
Who cares? No, GG's.
Here's an interesting one. Points scored by the Blues per game, an average of 35.2 points per game. That's the most by any champion team since the 2005 Crusaders.
Who are they? Nah.
We love you, Crusaders.
I do.
15 points scored against the Blues per game.
That's our average?
Yep, scored against. The fewest conceded by any team other than the 2008 Crusaders. So it looks like we're beating all Crusaders now. All Crusaders teams, is that a thing?
Beat the water once in one season? Nothing.
And then the points difference per game. A new record for Super Rugby champion, beating the old mark of 18 set by the 2002 Crusaders, who went 11-0 in the regular season. The Blues difference between them and their opposition was 20 points, 19.47. Like, the numbers don't lie, right? The numbers don't lie. My goodness.
I mean, crunching numbers is just... You're surprised, but you're not. You know what I mean?
Pleasantly surprised, maybe? All I'm saying is that the Blues were far and wide the most consistent team of the season. There were a few inconsistencies, but those were addressed fairly quickly. We only had 2 losses the whole season.
Canes and Crusaders?
Yeah.
I remember that, man. It doesn't even matter anymore.
But by and large, the most consistent team. So we needed the whole weekend to process everything that happened. It's now Monday night, and we purposely waited until after 5:30 to make this review that nobody asked for, because we can also review the new All Blacks team for 2024. And the Auckland Blues have 9 players in the black jersey, which is the most of any Super Rugby franchise. That also speaks volumes. Unlucky that my brother from another mother, Haas, didn't make it. But very pleased that Perofeta from the Blues got in there. Prophet, my man, you were supposed to blow up a few years ago, but kept getting injured. But look, you get a few games lined up in a row, and now you're in a black jersey again, and you're going to smash it this year, brother. Who are some of our other Blues All Blacks? Stalwart of the front row, Ofa Tuongafasi, my man, even though you said you're going to come on the potty, but you left me on scene.
We still love you. You can come whenever you like, brother. Paddy.
Oh, Paddy.
Paddy could not have
Could
Paddy.
not make it. Otherwise, All Blacks, we got you. The Blues got you.
We'll enjoy this one maybe for the rest of the week. So yeah.
I'm gonna maybe 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Really?
Until the next All Blacks game. All Blacks in 2 weeks?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my.
They said tonight on the thing they only got 13 days prep before the next game. Their first game.
You know what? I might just ride it out to Wednesday. There's another game. Don't worry about that game on Wednesday, but we'll sort that one out. But I might party up until Wednesday, and then I'm gonna make a shift to All Black. All Black reviews.
Otherwise, this is another review nobody asked for. My name is Bing. This is Chris. Still looking for...
Wait, I got the story. I waited for this moment since 2003. The year 2003, I was, how old was I? Quiz.
15.
Correct. I was 15 years old.
Really?
15, 16, yeah.
Oh.
I went to the grand final, 2023 versus the Crusaders, which we obviously won. Which some people argued that was the last time we won it, even though we won the Aotearoa, asterisks, hashtag, whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Australasia, yeah.
Anyway, I kept that ticket and I said, I'm going to bring this ticket the next time the Blues make the final, and it's going to be destiny we won. And I have that ticket right here. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow, in a Ziploc bag even.
We can't contaminate it. Look at that. I gotta work on these nails, but sorry. Furthermore to the story, the way I got tickets to the grand final, I was blessed. All right, I planned to come over to the Bros house.
Watch it at the studio?
Yes, sensibly over a couple of bevies. And then I got a call from my cousin. He was like, hey man, I got a couple of tickets. And to be quite honest with you, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I'm 35 now. I'm 36. Shit, I'm 36. Anyway, I'm a bit too old to be in public these days. And I was like, ah. And then he offered the tickets and he said, one condition, you got to take your son. And with a bit of guilt trip and then reflection, I was like, nah, man, I can't rob my son of this experience. And obviously I took him. It was pouring rain. He absolutely loved it. And I fed off his energy. The energy we obviously won. It was a good time. So it felt like full circle. It was destiny. It was like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Bro, so he gave me his tickets. I felt like saying no. Then he said, yo, bring your son. And I was like, actually, that's right.
Yeah.
I will bring him.
Okay.
I will rob him. We had a great time. When I went in 2003, I went with my uncle, Joe. It was just me and him. Shout out Uncle Joe. As I'm walking out with my son, who do I see?
No!
I saw Uncle Joe! And I saw him there and I gave him a big hug. He didn't know that I was hugging him for that, but he was just genuinely happy to see me. He was like, hey! I was like, and he was like, are you gonna come down and watch the presentation? And we carpooled, or we trained with some Chiefs supporters who are my cousins, who I love dearly. So out of respect for them, I said, brothers, I didn't have to watch it. It's enough.
Yeah.
We can leave. So we left a little bit early, but we walked out. I saw my uncle, my son in hand, and I was just like,
full circle. Here we are again. Did you show him?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
He won't be as sentimental about that as you are?
I don't know. It just all happened so quickly, and I was caught up in my, we won. You're the person who brought me last time. Now I'm bringing my guy. Like,
and
this
you're
is,
here, and I've seen you.
Wow,
it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
And that's my little, in my feels, lame story for everyone. Blues, thank you.
We are the champions, my friend. You ruined it. That was flat. Reviews nobody asked for. Blues Chiefs 2024. Let's go.
Love you, mana.